Russia. There was Hillary collusion with Russia. There was no Trump rigging an election. There was Hillary rigging an election against Bernie Sanders, a Democrat primary. There was... The caravan's even starting to fall apart. Because it didn't get here in time. Why is the caravan falling apart? Can somebody explain to me if the caravan is such a just endeavor? Lost it. He's out there waving his arms around. He's sweating profusely. In those 90, he spoke for longer than that, but I'm telling you, there's a 90-second segment where he just loses it, and you can tell how frustrated he is over everything that's happened since he left office. Everything I'm describing to you, and more, the Democrats and the media have used to Democrats winning the midterm elections. Everything, and all of it up. None of it is true. Rigging an election, there was Hillary rigging an election against Bernie Sanders, a Democrat primary. There was no sexual abuse or harassment or gang rape by Brett Kavanaugh. The caravan's even starting to fall apart. So important. You can tell that this is getting... You guys see Obama's rally over the weekend. Folks, in 90 seconds, Obama lost it. He's out there waving his arms around. He's sweating profusely. In those 90, he spoke for longer than that, but I'm telling you, there's a 90-second segment where he just loses it, and you can tell how frustrated he is over everything that's happened since he left office. What a big deal. Hillary's email, no big deal. Economy, remember who started that? Remember who got the economy going? 9,000 poor people trying to crash the board. Who cares? Poor people. What are we so afraid of poor people? He's waving his arms all around, out of control. Inability to stop it. They simply refused to accept the results of the 2016 election, get rid of Donald Trump and anything and everything associated with him. You notice the media is seizing on every report. The numbers in the caravan are very hard. Now, there's another reason why the caravan's falling apart. The reason the caravan's falling apart is because there's becoming less and less confidence that Democrats are going to win big tomorrow. That's why the production. And it hasn't worked. And I'll tell you, there's something fascinating going on. I don't know if you saw over the weekend. This Trump, folks, this man is more brilliant than anybody is ever going to give him credit. We've got the audio soundbites coming up to prove they are hyping the economy. The Democrat media is hyping the economy. Why? Because they also are criticizing Trump for not talking about it. Why? Because Trump's talking about immigration. That's what converts the economy. They're trying to get Trump to stop talking about immigration and get him talking about the economy. The media. The Democrat media is touting the economy, and Trump's zeroing in on immigration. It's a twofer. It's brilliant. Pumped by, and that we were going to be drowned and unable to reach the surface tomorrow night. But more importantly here, currently serves as a state governor, has narrowly pulled ahead of Democrat incumbent Bill Nelson in Republicans as they seek to retain control of the Senate. I need to remind you of a truism that I often enunciate. When we get this close to the election, starting about a week out, that's when you can start trusting the polls. That's when they have to be concerned about their reputations. Those who still are. Not all this year have been designed to shape public opinion. They've been designed to create, in your mind, the expectation of a blue wave. It's been designed to make you think that the country has sobered up. The country has realized its mistakes in voting for Trump and Republican, and it's time now to get serious. That happens to be Obama's message and the others. And so the polling showing a blue wave and Democrats winning here and there and everywhere is statistics on midterm elections are true. The party out of power wins big. This is no exception. No way. Those rarely can those polls be correct because the events that shape elections haven't even come close to happening yet. I get bored by listening to polling reports from July, June, January. And I really resent that polling results have become news of the purpose of polls today, which is to shape public opinion, not reflect it. Swamped, right? Republicans don't have a prayer. I mean, they might even lose the Senate, in addition to losing every seat in the House. The Democrats were going to pick up 200 seats, said one poll. Just headline. Well, now, we are a day out. And beginning about 7 days ago, the polls start looking differently. All the races seem to tighten up. And all the people who were promising slam dunks start hedging their bets. A month ago, and 2 months ago, they were reporting their hopes. They were reporting their dreams. They were getting poll results that reflected their desires. The result they want all depends on the sample and how you ask the questions. To be able to say when elections are over that they called it, that they were the closest, that they were the most accurate. So now these races are tightened up and toss up, and we don't know. Even Nate Silver, I'm getting ahead of myself here, even Nate Silver has kind of gone poof and said, yeah, it was 86% last week, Democrats win the House, but it can go either way. So in the governor's race, 48 to 43 with 3.7% undecided. Well, they're tied statistically. The point is, has Rick Scott ever really been this far behind? Nobody knows. Mounting a late challenge. But how does that? Nobody really knows that because nobody's voted yet.